Really is bullshit.
But remember when Party crashed on our collab stream? I did one with Nick here when he came to New York, and the same shit happened, bro. It overloaded once he set out the Telegram post. Okay, we're back up.
Yeah, I mean, bro, Party, like the networking is garbage. Like, how do you even have a platform like this that can't, support all this fucking bandwidth? It makes no sense.
Hey, but at least on Party, you can appear on Party. You can't appear on Kick. That's one major bonus.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like the Party CEO texted me. He's like, "Oh, you're allowed to go live on Party," and it's like, "What the fuck are you even talking about? I'm allowed to? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, where's my fucking deal? You know what I mean? Like, show me the money, brother. I'm not going on Party for free."
But you'll go on Twitch for free.
No, dude, I don't go on Twitch for free.
Oh, did they contact you?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you want to talk about that or no?
No.
Yeah, so I finally get to appeal my indefinite suspension on Twitch. I was writing out the paragraph today, so finally I can see if I can get unpermabanned. It seems like if they're allowing you on, they're contacting you, and I know Neon has a good conversations with them. Maybe I'm actually pretty confident I can get unbanned.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be surprised. I think your content's been definitely a lot more, brand friendly. But the only issue is you would still have to follow the TOS. Like, you can't say the N-word. You can't use any slurs. It's like, or actually, I think you could use the N-word.
I could say nigga. I could say, I don't know what the policy is, how brown clown you need to be. But I think
just say it's like that one fucking like Family Guy thing where it's got like the race colors. I don't know if you're there.
I know I'm allowed to. When I was on Twitch, I would say it all the time, and they didn't ban me. So I wonder how they're able to judge that. Like, if the Twitch mods decide like how black you are, do you have to show your 23andMe?
Dude, I mean, I think you should like wear like a do-rag or something. Like, really. That's what happened. Yeah.
I got away with this, so I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm trying to write the apology there. Like, Gideon called, and like this AMP guy Davis called, and like, you should take accountability. I don't know what to take accountability for.
Gideon said that? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you should. See, I appealed 2 Twitch bans before. First time I trolled and I stayed banned. The second time I was like, I apologize. I pulled a mental health thing, and they unbanned me. So you do have to do the humiliation ritual, but it's like, to a Twitch mod, is it really that big of a deal?
I mean, what's even the point of doing Twitch at this point? Like, I would just do Kick. Oh, you don't even gamble though. That's the problem.
Yeah, so I don't. If I'm gonna stream on Twitch or Kick, I wouldn't make any more. Like, is the Twitch money as good as the? Well, you can't gamble on Twitch either, but it's about the KCIP sucks now, right?
Yeah, KCIP is pretty bad. I would say that like for a 6-hour stream, you get like maybe 2 bags or something like that with my stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty ass.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, apparently Aiden was getting like in the glory days like 100K in KCIP a day.
Well, it's because it's not Aiden specifically, but it's because everybody was botting their viewers, and KCIP was paying for the botted viewers, so they wouldn't judge it based off of active viewers. It was based off the numbers. So it's like you were literally incentivized to bot. You would make more money. You'd make back your investment.
So you're saying like they just figured out like how to detect better?
I think that's what it is, or they didn't and they just lowered. I think they probably just said they did and lowered the KCIP for everybody until people can relax on the botting.
Yeah, no, I mean the botting is really definitely an issue. I get my stream botted, like the chat flooded with like nonsense by that one guy fucking Delmo.
You can't just stop him? I don't even know who that is.
No, look, the keys for the sprinter. What the fuck are you guys doing?
I'm making my makeup.
Oh god, here. Yeah, I got a new sprinter van today, which is pretty cool.
Congrats, she's got a looksmax. She left her makeup in the van.
Dude, yeah, the fucking chick's pissing me off. Like, when a girl like drinks and is like intoxicated, it just like disgusts me, bro. It really just is a huge fucking turn off.
Wait, why?
I hate that shit. Dude, it's just like, it's gross, it's sloppy. It's like, you're a woman, you should be classy. Like, you shouldn't be fucking drinking like shots and like drinking whiskey. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at least if you're gonna get drunk, like I want to see a girl get drunk on a White Claw. Something, a white wine.
I don't want to don't want to see a girl get drunk at all, to be
If
honest with you.
if obviously, yeah, they don't handle it as well. They get emotional. They get angry. They cry. I've had so many crash outs on. They're not able to handle alcohol the same way.
Yeah, and I mean, like and the other like really bad thing is like if a girl that you're talking to drinks without your presence, like done. I've broke up with girls immediately for that, you know?
Yeah. So are these the same girls as before? Like how often do they cycle through?
Um, Same, you know, I've known Violet since uh end of May. I met her on IRL live stream. I was cold up, dude. I used to stream like Zerka, and just like have a phone in my hand. Those were like the peak days. I fucking love that shit.
That shit, it's over
Yeah,
with now.
yeah. I mean, I almost want to go back to that because it was like so funny. I was just like fucking like holding the phone, like bumping into people just out of his mind, like going solo.
Those are my
I don't know
favorite.
if
I
they know.
can't do that. I mean, I do that in America sometimes, but the best is I can do that in Bosnia, or I could do that in third world countries. Like I can do that in the Middle East. But the best is
Dude,
like,
imagine doing that shit in India.
no, I don't want to imagine that, man. I'm good off that, bro.
Dude, that'd be like a fucking like viral ass stream if I were to ever do that, you
But
know?
you would have different stomach diseases, and you wouldn't be able to bring in the normal stack. It's like that would be a fucking
Yeah,
disaster.
fucking malaria.
It's
Yeah,
a
I know.
million
India is
things.
just yeah, only like 40% of India has plumbing. You know what I mean? That's like it's horrible. But
These
that
are
was in like
stats.
2011. What?
2007. So it's got to be worse now. They get mad because I reacted to the Tyler Oliveira poop video, and they say like, "Oh, you hate Indians." And like Messi went to India recently. He put his head on the Indian Hindu god statue and put the red dot on his head. And they're saying that I hate Indians. But if you bring up like the actual stats of the street shitting and stuff, they say that you're spreading propaganda. But this is just factual. And I'll talk about statistics for any country. It's not because I hate Indians. It's like this is a dyshygienic place.
Yeah, and I mean the thing about India is like when you meet American Indians, right? People who traveled here either on some type of, you know, H-1B visa or, you know, whatever program they're doing, you're getting the best of the best in terms of intelligence, in terms of English speaking. So your perception is of, you know, what the average IQ in India is a lot higher, right? Because sample size, they're pulling the best. But the average IQ in India is 82, right? So um, and the reason for that is because of the arranged marriages and the class system. It's not this is not me being racist, but when you don't allow the best genes to prevail and you try to intermingle with you know, sexual destiny essentially, that's what you get. You get poor genes. The you know their insulin sensitivity is typically bad. Very high rate of diabetes. You know, not very tall. So it's like I'm sorry, but the caste system has to end, and the arranged marriages have to end, and the good genes have to prevail for any country to do well.
Yeah, and people. Did you notice when they stopped some H-1B visa programs? Some visas got stopped, and they said, "You know, Indians are stranded in India." It's like, what do you mean stranded in their home? This is they're not stranded. They're not refugees. It's like is this not a livable country? Or you say, "Oh, we're stranded here." It's like this is where you're from.
Well, dude, the thing is, with immigration, I think people should have the mindset of if we're importing people from a country, would you live in that country? And if the answer is no, then we shouldn't fucking have them, right? Because you're essentially bringing whatever garbage, you know, that they're dealing with here, right? I mean, you know, you talk about like Serbia, which is like a generally nice country. Would I live there? Not ideally, but potentially. So there you go. You accept Serbian immigrants. You talk about China. Would I live there? Absolutely. So that's another one. It just like, but you know, when you look at a country like India, who's like extremely underdeveloped, like no plumbing systems, it's like, you know,
Yeah. Who would you have kids with? Because I saw the City Sweeney take, and you're talking about how Indians aren't breeding properly. I'm sure you've put a lot of thought into this. Who's your ideal baby mother? wife, the woman you're gonna have kids with?
Well, that would definitely be something that I would base off of a few ratios. That'd be, the waist to hip ratio being 1.6 or above. Obviously over like the height of like 5'7" would be required. You would need what else? Like obviously wide clavicles. It's mostly more about the body, I would say, and like the proportions of that. Because like you give a kid a good face, but they're like a micro. It really doesn't matter that much. Like the presence is required to mog.
Hmm. What race is she ideally? She's white, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just like this is probably one of my like more controversial takes, but I don't really think that interracial couples, just due to the cultural distance or differences, it really doesn't typically work, right? Because it's so different. It's like the same as if I were to go to Russia, and during the Soviet Union, and just because we're both white, like you expect to get along, it's like no, the culture is entirely different, right? It's not necessarily a race thing. If you want to go ahead and do that, I don't really care. I'm just saying I doubt that you're going to be able to connect in a way that's super meaningful to someone who grew up with a vastly different culture, right?
Mhm. I mean, for someone like me, there's like nobody with a shared culture. There's like how many other black, white, Asian women are going to find that grew up in the same environment. So I can't relate to that. But it's funny that like white people are the only race when you say that. You're like that's my most controversial take. Even more controversial than meth or double jaw surgery. It's like, oh, I want to
Yeah,
marry a
no.
white woman. Any other race does that. It's like, yeah, they nod their head and agree.
Well, the thing is, like, all the stuff about math and like bone smashing, like, the elites and like, censorship gods, whoever the fuck is in charge of that shit, haven't gotten around to it yet. This is a completely new thing I'm talking about, so nobody knows what the fuck to do, so I could get away with it. Whereas, like, the interracial couple thing, that's been a talking point that's already been heavily censored, and that's like a very like cancelable thing in people's head.
My
Whereas the
Philip
math, people are like, what the fuck is this?
my Filipino cousin, she told me that she goes to Koreatown in New York and they actually do bone smashing after she saw the stream we did. I don't think they
Mhm.
obviously don't call it that, but they do when they go get a facial, they do like micro fractures on their cheekbones. I think it's with the smaller tool,
Ask
but
Clav
they do the
about a
same
Jewish
exact thing.
physiognomy.
No, I know bone smashing is very legit. It definitely made my zygos protrude a lot more. When I was developing. But dude, when I first like got into looksmaxing, bone smashing was like the first thing. Oh, steroids, I guess. But bone smashing was like the first thing really that I knew about, and I was just like, dude, this is like fucking insane. Like, because I would see people like come on, forums and posting themselves with like black eyes and shit. And I was like, dude, so the fact that I got into that, like despite like seeing all like the fucking retards like hurting themselves, I don't even know how, but it worked out in the end.
So I don't know if I asked you this already, but what's the best immediate way? Because Michael knows you specified how facial structure is more important than physique structure. What's the best way to looks max for the average normie? And let's assume they're not all retards, right? Let's assume that somebody can understand and are not going to give themselves black eyes and they're ready for your advice. What do they do to looks max immediately?
I would say that there's essentially two peptides that you have to take to make things extremely easy for yourself. And that's going to be retatrutide, which is a GLP-1 agonist, right? It's the most selective of the three GLP-1s, which are basically appetite suppressors, right? So you're not really going to be able to eat. You could take whatever dose you want. It's well studied. Up to 12 milligrams is extremely safe. You could read all of the literature you want. And because that's being lean, being like 10% body fat, like I am, reveals so much angularity and could actually like wash away a lot of flaws. Like say your jaw is too wide, it's wider than your cheeks, but you lean out and now you have this angularity and your ratios are a little better. So that's the first one. The second one is obviously phenotype dependent, but melanotan too. Getting a tan for most phenotypes is a huge health indicator. We look at all the sexual preference studies. Tan is much more ideal, for sex appeal. And that's extremely easy, right? That's 2 peptides to inject. And within about like 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to be a different person, like quite literally, because the leanness is something else.
I had a huge. I told you I got a. I went to the tanning salon a couple weeks back, and you laughed. You're like, you should get a reverse tan because I'm too brown. But I went to the tanning salon and I went to the sauna after because I go to the sauna almost every day. Bro, my whole body got a rash. I was like, my skin started like almost like completely red all over my body, extreme itching. The fake something about that is definitely not good for your skin.
Yeah, why? I don't know why you would do spray tan rather than
No,
just
not
using
spray tan. I
Monetization.
went to the tanning bed.
Oh no, that's very carcinogenic. Like you will probably get cancer if you use that.
So don't use the tanning salon.
No, no, no. Use actual UV rays from the sun. And there's a little bit of nuance that's like, you want what's called UVB rays, right? Or so you want to block the UVB rays and tan with the UVA rays. So you want to be using SPF on your face while you're tanning, and you might think, oh well, that's counterproductive. But no, there's two types of ultraviolet rays, and all American sunscreen brands only block one of them. So you still want to wear the American brands, but if you're trying to actually protect your skin in the long term, you need SPF with PA+++. Now, this additive also blocks the second type of ray, which is UVA, because you'll notice you still tan pretty effectively just wearing American SPF. It's because you're only blocking one little bit of ultraviolet. But that's just an autistic tangent. Doesn't really matter that much. The point is, Melanotan 2 is going to be phenomenal for you.
That's a peptide.
Correct.
Okay, and where do you get peptides?
Um, I
Okay, yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, well,
yeah,
not on
understood,
stream, but
understood.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, I noticed the first stream I saw you were with Nick and you had a beard. You went clean shaven since.
Yep.
What's the reasoning for that?
So the beard thing was just I wanted to be more authoritative when I went to this thing called Locked In, right? I wanted to, increase my masculinity a little bit because I had to go and essentially tell a bunch of fucking idiots like how things are, and press a lot of people. So the beard max was like very essential for that. But I look a lot better clean shaven, man. The beard is just it doesn't grow in full. I might as well go for like the youthful looks while I still have them, and then maybe the beard in the future.
I had a beard for like the past 3 years. I've been going clean shaven for like a couple weeks now. My dad said that I look like I'm 10 years younger with the clean shave. I want to rock this for 2020 and no more bald. First stream I had like the bald look, growing out the hair.
Oh yeah, that was not good. Yeah, I mean this is no, this is definitely a lot better of a look. I like the clean shaven, but maybe just remove like the stubble, goatee and see how that looks. You think that would be
No,
too much?
I got it. It just grows quick. I have to shave like fucking and then you get the one of the worst things is when you shave frequently is you get the rate because mine grows in like 6 hours. I shave and immediately like I shaved yesterday, but you get the fucking razor bumps everywhere.
Dude, I didn't know that like you get the fucking hairy gene when you convert to Islam. I thought you had to actually be hairy. You know what I mean?
Part of the shahada,
So
something
yeah,
about
dude,
it.
fuck.
It's
Yeah,
like
and I was saying on stream the other day, it's funny because I was saying how like you and Nick, since like are very like trustworthy people, like I consider you guys good friends, and the reason for that is because if someone is willing to stand so hard on their religious principles, that's not someone who's really gonna fuck you up. Like that's someone with backbone, right? So I always like to surround myself with people who are devoted religious wise or devoted to something in general,
yeah.
you know.
It sounds like I mean like the people around right now. Do you have any religious people? Thanks for saying that. But do you have religious people around? Like you got the girls in the crib, the security guard. Who's that other guy on Facetime? You said Cookie.
Huh? Cookie King, you know who that is?
No, no.
Oh, no, no, no. No, honestly, there's no one who's religious
I'm
that's
a
around.
Christian.
You are not a Christian.
I love Jesus Christ, even though no, I would not put myself as a something we looked at as an example
We were just
of
fucking
a
off honey packs. Are you fucking kidding?
yeah, no, I did just try one, but I didn't do anything. Anyway,
We
I would not use myself as
look at the
as
bed.
example of like a solid example of a woman of Christ, but I do love Jesus Christ and I stand by that
That's good. That's
till the
great.
day I die. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
great. I
we'll
mean,
see what happens.
she's not perfect, but she's at least she still has some devotion, right?
Yeah, man.
Heavy devotion. Heavy devotion. Even though I am not perfect. You're right.
Okay.
I love Jesus. I will proclaim that to the day I die.
Okay.
That's
Well, yeah,
devotion
you can
right
love, but that's the thing.
there.
It's
And I
like,
do respect him. And obviously, like my relationship and path is something that I have to work on every single day, and it's not something.
no, don't work on it. I
I'm
like.
not super proud of.
Let's
And I
keep
wouldn't
doing
use
the honey
myself as
pack
an
fucks.
example, obviously.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, dude. Yeah, no one,
Dude.
no one around me is really too into the religious stuff. I consider myself just devoted to my cause of like accelerationism and individualism. So I don't really have like a place for theology to necessarily fit in. It's like it would be hard to kind of intermingle that with religion. I would have to like rethink a lot of my standpoints.
Right. So, where's your thought process with individuation right now? I could tell that you're focusing on that. I think that's something a lot of people are seeking. I think like the number one question I get asked people like, oh, how do I find my motivation? How do I find what should I do? And it's the lack of individuation. If you don't know what to do, you don't know who you are. Where's your process with individuation?
Right. So, the reason I think that is because I've just been very disciplined. We're living in a societal hell essentially. So, for you to waste your time and resources trying to uplift this entire group of people, which is your peers in your country, it's counterproductive, and that time could be much better spent accelerating yourself as a man. So that's kind of the way I think about it. It's just like, where are you spending your resources? Are you spending them on other people, trying to save a lot of the times hopeless cases, or are you trying to, perfect yourself and really like iron out all your metrics? It's kind of one or the other.
No, but where's how are you developing your your individual, how are you finding your process and separating yourself from the herd and figuring out who you are, if that's your main purpose right now? What information are you taking in? What have you discovered about yourself since you started doing a lot more content? I'm wondering what that process is like, because a lot of my stuff has been I've been almost streaming for 4 years now, doing content for 13, and I've got to learn quite a bit about the way I think, how I react to things, where my cortisol raises, what I give my attention to. Where are you in this process?
Well, so I would say the most important thing and the most unique thing I have going for me is I quite literally have no agenda whatsoever, like I talked about before. And that gives me just like so much more insight and so much more clear vision on the world and society. Just everything like starts to make sense when you don't try to fight the direction of the world. And I wish more people would understand this, because it really helps you have that clarity that you need to kind of analyze what needs to be done in your personal life. And I would say from streaming, I would say I really haven't learned much, or nothing has necessarily changed. I think, yeah, I wouldn't really say that streaming has like affected my life in like a major way, besides like obviously the financial stuff. Like it hasn't really given me any like philosophical reckonings, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well,
Have you?
yeah, I think streaming and putting yourself out there gives you a level of self-awareness and reflection that other people aren't accustomed to. Because if you're putting yourself out there, and you uniquely show everything, which is, which lets you see, letting the world respond to the way you are authentically, gives you a reflection that most people or in history have never been accustomed to. And so, you spent so much time on forums and studying this really autistic ideas about looks maxing that people are still adjusting to and will adjust to. What have you noticed about how they respond to these autistic ideas?
I think that my tactic is kind of just like shock factor. Then once I have you hooked, I could kind of explain things so well and give people a clear understanding of like, okay, this is not as insane as it's perceived because most normies are retarded, right? So, like the thing with bone smashing, it's like you're just inducing localized growth. But like if you see a retard with a hammer like bashing himself, you have no idea what's going on. Uh, you're hooked, right? You're like, what the fuck is happening? Then you get that clear explanation. Boom, you're in. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of just like my methodology, I guess you could say. Shock factor, explain.
I always got the sense that I even saw in the beginning of the Michael Knowles podcast. So you're saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna get." You don't have to answer this, but my perception is like, I don't actually think you're gonna get the double jaw surgery, and I don't think you're gonna get the leg lengthening surgery. I think that's part of
No,
the.
I'm not gonna get the leg lengthening surgery, but I am gonna get the jaw surgery.
I always thought that was like even the meth too. It's like this provocative. People are like what, and they get confused, and then they get hooked in. It's like Trump with the racism. He says something racist, and then people listen to what he has to say. The shock factor is the clickbait to bring people in. And you're
Yeah,
full. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, but dude, the thing is, I'm being like fully serious about like everything, like with like, math. Like I was fully serious. Like I am getting double jaw surgery. Like I don't LARP like at all.
Well, why
You
not
know,
the leg lengthening surgery anymore? You're 6'3".
dude.
You could be 6'7".
So it's just like a reanalysis, right? I'm like, okay, what's the ROI on it's all about ROI. Is this worth it for improving my life? And I decided I could improve myself as an individual a lot more in a year, being able to actually fucking walk, and grow my status and grow my wealth, which is gonna, actually overtake being 6'7", and being out of commission for a year and like losing all my streaming momentum.
You
So it's
think it's
just
true
like,
that
okay, now
good?
so I could be a mogger in terms of like physical domination, or I could be a mogger in terms of like wealth maxing and status maxing. And I think that if I dial in this metric more, the results would be better. So that's just my thought process on it.
Mm-hmm. Do you um, do you worry about the double jaw surgery?
No, not even a little bit.
Do you think
No,
Jake Paul? They're saying that Jake Paul intentionally got his jaw broken so he can get a double jaw surgery. You think that's true?
no, not at all. I don't even think that most people know what a double jaw surgery is. But I'll tell you what. After I complete my surgery, it's going to be like a extremely like revolutionary thing in terms of like um, what society's doing. I think a lot more people are going to be getting plastic surgery. I think that rhinoplasties are going to be you're going to see everyone with nose casts in 5-10 years. That's a promise. Everyone with hair transplants. It's going to be so normalized, and what that's going to do to like the gene pool. That's that's a tricky one. But from here on out, after I get my surgery and it goes well, hopefully, um, that's not something that's going to be exposed to everyone, right? Whereas double jaw surgery now, it's like so niche.
See, I'm pretty anti-surgery. I understand why people are for women, right? A lot of BBLs do make girls look better. A lot of nose jobs do look better, and every girl has lip filler, like every single one does. But imagine if you get a girl pregnant that had all these surgeries and the kid pops out and it just looks like a subhuman, deformed, low, whatever. You're gonna be
Yeah, I mean
pissed.
that's a problem to be addressed. But the thing is, it's pretty easy to detect if someone had
For
a
sure.
double jaw surgery, with just a simple CAT scan MRI. Then you're going to see all the titanium in their face.
What about? Did you see a Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things girl? She just showed up on. She kind of looks like Gypsy Crusader. She is the new Stranger. How was her surgery?
I haven't seen her yet, but I don't really think she was the best looking before. She's got a pretty long mid face and everything.
Okay,
So
I'll show
not
you
a
a
fan.
picture. I think this is because I don't know what the work she's done. I'll share my screen.
Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Damn, that bitch looks like shit. Okay, it looks to me like she had filler into the nasolabial folds right here, which is giving her that chipmunk look. So the reason that you get this when you do filler is because the goal is not to actually create volume and add volume to lift these. The goal is to remove it, right? Because what is a nasolabial fold? You have a vein right there along that little fold called the facial vein. And as your fat migrates down from your under eye region, it accumulates on this vein, which creates this fold. So it's completely retarded for these fucking med spas to come in and add more filler. It doesn't make any sense. The problem is you're getting volume there. So why the fuck are you putting more? The answer to this is actually doing fat dissolvers because you will never lose fat in this region. You will only gain it. So you have to dissolve this and flatten out this subhumanity.
So
But it looks like she had a nose job here.
yeah, I think she's no, Botox, nose job, definitely lip fillers. How old does she look on this picture?
Dude, like she could look 30, not even gonna lie. Just those under eyes alone.
Yeah, she's about your age. She's 21. I thought she was. Sometimes she looks pretty attractive, but this
Right.
one, it's like this is just an egregious amount of work done right before a Netflix show.
Well, dude, the thing is, it's like there's work done and it's like there's proper work done. So if like a bitch is just I think people get the wrong idea about surgery because what they are seeing is filler, which is horrible. There's no reason to ever get filler. It sucks. So what you kind of want to, do is actual bone osteotomies. So you could actually replicate what a human would look like, whereas filler does not. So that's kind of where like the disconnect is. Like people don't even know what like an osteotomy is.
Mhm.
Do you even know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
It's like where you are essentially cutting a bone in half and then advancing it.
Okay, has
It's an
anyone in
osteotomy.
any LA people who's done osteotomy?
Dude, that's the thing. Literally no one. I will be the first person. Essentially, 6 patents were created just for my surgery.
Oh, so you already have this confirmed and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, six pat. So it was illegal beforehand.
Not illegal, but this is like completely revolutionary stuff. So obviously the designer wanted to patent it. Makes complete sense.
What about Simon
Yeah,
Cowell?
another filler and Botox botch. That's really fucking bad. It looks like he's done a lot of tanning as well, which is probably the reason he's got such bad fucking skin damage and all these pictures. But yeah, no, he looks horrible. Looks like we had some sort of canthoplasty, definitely chin filler, and Botox everywhere, essentially.
So who's an example? Because every time you hear about plastic surgery, it looks terrible, but probably because the effect of hair transplants. The best hair transplants you don't even notice because they look normal. Does anybody? Are there
Mhm.
good examples of proper plastic surgery in Hollywood?
Proper plastic surgery in Hollywood. Well, I mean, there's let's see what we got here. I mean, Bella Hadid had a pretty good surgery result. The Kardashians also did pretty well. So I would say that those two, probably. Let me look up Bella Hadid. I don't know, see what you think.
Yeah, Bella Hadid. See, exactly. I don't think of her as somebody with plastic surgery, and that's exactly how it should be. It should go unseen. It should go undetected.
Yeah, no, exactly. Um, Before and after surgery. Here we go. Yeah, no, exactly. So she had a really good result, and she didn't really do much. You know what I mean? So yeah, the bitch. Here, wait, I'm sending on Discord. Fuck, my PC is lagging hard. What the fuck? All right, here we go. What do you think about that?
Don't want to
I'd
leak
say that's a
anything.
pretty good result. I mean, obviously, so she had a canthoplasty. It looks like she had potentially
Oh
chin
wow.
filler. I'm not too sure. She had a rhinoplasty, Botox, it looks like, and it looks like she had like lifting threads in her eyes as well. She looks really good.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good job. And she
Yeah,
must be
so
in her
that's
mid
like kind of
30s.
what. Yeah, I don't even know how old she is. I'm not too tuned in with fucking Bella Hadid, but yeah, no. So there's a lot of good results. I mean, just take a look at the Kardashians too. All of them had phenomenal surgery outcomes.
Even their BBLs, you don't think it's disproportionate. Sometimes when you see bikini photos, it looks a little bit ridiculous.
Disproportionate.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah, no,
ants.
it's certainly disproportionate, but it doesn't look bad because of the BBL. It just looks like excessive fat storage. It really does look pretty natural to me.
Did you see Kylie Jenner on TikTok? She detailed the surgeries she's done, which I think is a step in a positive surgery direction. And instead of running away from it like how they usually do, she was descriptive about what she did and what she didn't do.
Like Giselle Bundchen walking into a plastic surgery clinic with a fucking burqa.
Giselle, oh, Tom, is that what she did?
Yeah, and she got caught. I don't know how, but they got her. Dude, I can't even believe the level of like TMZ and shit, you know?
They're gonna come for you. So they're gonna see you at the airport. They're gonna follow you around. And the fucking I just came back from LA, man. They're creeping in every corner.
Oh my God, man. I mean, it's already brutal enough. I find it like kind of weird. Like a lot of times people will just like start recording me on like the back cam and I'll be like, "Do you want a picture?" And they're like, "No, I'm good." Like, why the fuck are you recording me then?
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's a new
So
phenomenon. Where I've seen that too, but
yeah, dude, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, look, guys, here's clavicular. It's like, dude, it's really not that cool, you know?
no. I,
That's how I always think about it. I'm like, dude, I promise you guys I'm really not that interesting.
what is the offshoot? What has the reception been like from the fans recently? If they saw some of that in the vlog we did in Fort Lauderdale, which looked like O Block, and everybody was very receptive. A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, rate me," and this. What's it been like recently?
It's been bad, but I've just been more like I would say more like brutal, I guess, about when people ask. I'm like, when someone asks to rate, I'll be like, there's literally not a chance in hell, and I'll be pretty loud because there's usually like a crowd of people that'll come up and like spam for rates, and there's like idiots who are like, if I do a backflip, can you rate me? And as if I just like be very blunt, like, dude, I'm not taking a picture with any of you guys. I'm not rating any of you guys. Usually they fuck off.
Okay, but the fan. What about the fan? Like positive ones? Has it been good?
The positive interactions.
Yeah, like what have you been hearing recently?
Um, I've been hearing a lot of good things recently. They admire the consistency with streaming. I would say that probably is driving me the hardest, the fact that I stream daily, essentially. But I mean, my chat's been liking the streams. The only thing that they complain about is the organization a lot of the time. Like I'm not very good with like planning out segments, finding things to do because like it's very difficult to manage all that, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you go. I'll let you enjoy your honey packs and your shrooms. Stay safe out there. It's a big stack you're taking. We want to see you thrive. We want to see longevity out of your career. I think you're handling most of this pretty great. It's a lot of stress that I think people don't seem to conceptualize how. Imagine being in your shoes right now and the stuff that you're dealing with. I think you're handling it well, for the most part.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me on, Sneeko. Take care of yourself. Have a good night.
Have a good night, man. All right, W. Clav. Good seg, huh? I didn't want to drag it on. He was getting tired. Fucking hell, I've been live for. How long have I been? Damn, almost 7 hours right now. Shout out to Clav, W. Clav. He seemed tired. Yeah, of course. He was tired. He was yawning. I've only been live for no. In total, I've been live since like 8:30. I'm gonna keep going though. I didn't even go through clips yet. I didn't even go through clips yet. All right, let's see. Movie night donut. I'm not ending yet. I'm not ending yet. Hold on. The connection's good and everything. You send Bronson some of these files. Policeman swear. This one is. There we go. Upload these two. All right. You guys like the long streams?
Is rap music
Discord call with Myron. Is he live right now? What's he doing? Let's go check out, see his stream. Incels are wild. Well, are you a woman? Who's saying that right now? He's not live on YouTube. Where's he live on? On Kick, or he's live on Party? You have to jump around so many places. Locals? Are you serious? How the fuck you niggas even, how do you even know that? I forgot about locals.
16.
See what I'm saying? This guy probably does this in his free time off stream. But the difference is when they say 16, he goes, "What's your Snapchat?"
That's not true. RP phase, I know. Christmas photo of the Chicago side. Okay, I guess the Rothschild's gonna marry you.
I'm gonna crawl up your ass and give you pain for the rest of your life.
The fuck?
All right, I need to call Bronjeet real quick. Bronson. Look, I didn't get them. I need to get my staff Christmas gifts. Everybody except Halalko, because it's Haram to celebrate. It's Haram to celebrate Christmas. Oh my god, it takes 50 rings to pick up the phone. Really, dude? He's gonna... My staff, dude, my team, man. Give them money. Bro, they don't even pick up the phone or post clips. Like, they're not... They don't even... Oh my god, bro. Is he allowed to sleep, dude? Yeah, he just had a bunch of time off and he texted me. I called my publicist. She doesn't pick up the phone. I try to get unbanned on Twitch. Just like, I'm jester maxing over here.
I'm gonna crawl up your ass and give you pain for the rest of your life.
The fuck?
What is this?
I'm gonna crawl up your ass and give you pain for the rest of your life.
What did he say?
I'm gonna crawl up your ass and give you pain for the rest of your life.
Give you what? But you weren't gonna be chewing in the jam.
You say, the Israelis will say, well, it's a war. That's what happens in a war. When you fight, people die. But in Iran, you can see in the war in June, they will literally target a single apartment with a drone strike. It's so precise. It's so targeted. They're doing assassination strikes with drones. They will hit one apartment. Forget about the whole building and the whole city. And so if you can detonate pagers and radios, if you can blow up one apartment, if you're the most sophisticated military with precision-guided munitions, how are you accidentally destroying 90% of the buildings and committing 100,000 civilian casualties and shooting children?
Jay, you want to watch a movie? Do movie night?
Cheeser, I want to just tell you
Let's
something.
do me, you, Schnaggy, Convy, Cuffum, SNEAKO,
Why do you say me last?
And Nick Fuentes?
and Nick Fuentes. That's the content house. We need a name though. Chad, what's a good name for us?
Yo, Cheezer, why you put me last on the list, bro? There is a room for another org now. Now that FaZe suspended, there is a gap in the market. Just saying. There is a gap in the market. What's Cheezer doing live right now? Is this what you guys want me to do?
One chest, bro. Read that ass.
Matta hates SNEAKO just tipped $1.
Oh, what the fuck?
Next time you talk to KK,
What the fuck?
Bruce, and watch as she blushes and gets wet at the thought of giving herself up to him to get back that piggy.
Look at these worlds. I just spawned on a fucking Jeffrey Epstein's island, gang. What is this shit? Oh, the portal's there. Dude, village, and this is the most perfect world ever. Please have a village, bro. No village. God damn it, dude.
What the fuck? I click on for 5 seconds and there.
Let's see what.
Cheeser, I want to.
I think Brian wants me to end. He's texting me right now.
We literally just figured out how to unredact some of the Epstein files that Trump's administration redacted. So the Trump administration is so incompetent that they use the improper formatting for redactions. Meaning that on some of the files, all you got to do is copy the text, including the redaction.
Okay, yeah. I guess so. Wait, let me give him a call real quick. Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas, Brian. Should I end the stream?
Merry Christmas, brother. I'm on the treadmill right now. What's up?
Oh, okay, you're getting that work in. All right, yeah. I mean, that was a good thing with Claude, but I'll end now.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Have a happy New Year.
Yeah, you too, bro. Call
Peace,
me
bro.
later.
All right. Now I'm ending. W stream Long of Love speech. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to go live earlier tomorrow. I went live early today around like 8. No. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I did go live for a long time today. Should spread them out a little more. I missed you guys too. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I thought this was a great stream. Peace out. Long of Love speech. Love you guys, man.